Put the fucking mic on.
Lurch?
Yeah.
I just want to announce this is a serious issue. Why do you laugh? I tried to be serious here.
Yeah. And as soon as you say this is serious, I know it's not.
This is affecting people's lives. And I don't think it's something to scoff at. You just scoffed. Chuckled and scoffed. Here's the deal. I'm doing a public service announcement here, and I really need everybody to pay attention because this is something near and dear to my heart and near and dear to the law-abiding biker family here, right here in the studio. If you or someone you love is struggling with road rage, there is help. All right. I know Lurch wants to laugh about this. He can try to laugh. This is a serious issue. Lurch he struggles. I mean, big time with road rage. So if you or someone you love is struggling with road rage, there is treatment and there are channels that can be very effective in improving your driving behavior. And at the end of the day, we want to ensure safer roads for everybody. All right. So if you guys didn't know, Lurch definitely has an issue with road rage. I've talked to him about it before.
It's true.
We've been driving around a lot more together, running errands for the business. And I'm not kidding. Within 30 seconds, Lurch goes off the handle. And it's not even things that I even notice or that even make me mad.
You're just not paying attention.
Well, I know. I think your buttons are getting pushed, and this is part of the treatment. He allows very minute things on the road to affect him greatly. Now, I'm not putting Lurch down. I do this with other things that I have to be aware of that trigger me. But Lurch definitely, once he gets behind I know he's a very calm, mostly person. He changes, he snaps. And it's so bad that he was in the passenger seat of my truck the other day and we're running an errand. And he's road raging from that side of the truck and he's not even...
Stupid. Doesn't matter what side of the truck you're on.
I still don't know even what he was raging about because I was driving and I noticed nothing. So here's the deal. Lurch is working on it.
Nope.
You are, and you're going to agree with me because yesterday we were actually in the truck and he even told me in the truck, he said, I'm working on it. He's aware of his definite issue because I drive with a lot of people and Lurch it's next level anger and road rage. So he drove by the other day and he saw somebody and we won't explain that, but he saw it and he chuckled. And I said, what are you laughing at? And he goes, I saw this. And I go, dude, this is huge progress. He's changing his anger into laughter, which is what a treatment center is going to teach you. All right. So here we go. Now, yes, there are treatment centers and programs specifically designed to help individuals struggling with road rage and aggressive driving behaviors. Lurch. These programs fall under the umbrella of anger management or aggressive driving interventions and aim to teach coping strategies, emotional regulation. Did you hear that? He's shaking his head at me. Emotional regulation and better decision-making skills to prevent dangerous driving incidents. Here are some common types of programs that may help you, Lurch. Anger management programs. Many therapy centers and clinics offer anger management courses specifically tailored for drivers who struggle with road rage. These programs focus on recognizing anger triggers, managing stress, and developing healthier responses to frustration while driving. And I might mention that this is very important for motorcycle riders too, because all jokes aside, we can all get road rage now and then. I'm not just picking on Lurch, or anger over things that shouldn't make us angry. And then we make bad decisions, or we're trying to cut through traffic and weave through traffic on our bikes. You're putting yourself at risk based on your emotional behavior. So I would definitely check in here on that. So driver rehabilitation rehabilitation programs, some traffic schools or rehabilitation programs are designed to educate aggressive drivers about the dangers of road rage and teach them more responsible driving habits. These programs may be court mandated after a traffic violation. Lurch is on the road to get a couple of those. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a common therapeutic approach for managing impulsive behavior and anger. Some psychologists or counselors offer individual therapy for road rage using CBT techniques, workshops, and support groups. Some areas have group-based workshops or support groups where individuals can discuss their road rage experiences and receive peer support while learning techniques for managing their emotions behind the wheel. Court-mandated programs, Lurch is on the fast track to this. In some cases, he's just ignoring me. Individuals involved in road rage incidents may be required by the court to complete a rehabilitation program as part of their sentencing. I actually may impose that on Lurch right here. It's court mandated. I'm going to hit my gavel.
I quit.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right. So that is a little bit about road rage. And so basically there could be like an AA program for your Lurch where you could go in. Can you just say it for me? Hi, my name's Matt and I suffer from road rage.
No.
Do it, dude.
Nope.
He did admit it. He's not going to do it on the mic, but he has admitted to me that he definitely gets riled up. But I was very proud of him because he learned to laugh the other day. And I was like, that is very refreshing. So anyways, Lurch is working on it. And if you have road rage, there is help out there. I know it's funny, but I know Lurch isn't the only one. It's very easy out there, like I say, especially on your motorcycle. And I have fallen victim to it too. And then you start, cutting through traffic, and it's not a good headspace to be behind the wheel. It stresses you out, and it's not good on the bike, and it can become a safety issue. So there you go. I thought it was I haven't picked on Lurch in a while. Oh yeah, except every podcast. He's like, what do you mean a while? Only because we haven't podcasted in a while. But there you go. That's how I wanted to start the episode for y'all. Thanks, Lurch.
No, no problem.
He knew it was coming at some point. Hey, Bikeaholics. Zero 3D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike. Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to LAB-382-Soft. Check out our full line of Zero 3D products. They are still working on getting everything up and going on the 24 and newer models with the redesign. We are standing by. We can't wait to see what Zero is going to come out with because we know it'll be great. We know it'll be quality, and we will get our hands on it, and we will be installing and doing videos. So stand the frick by, coming to a law-abiding biker store soon near you. Lurch has got something. We are adding products faster than we can promote them adding products to our store, I should say, the Law-Abiding Biker Store, faster than we can promote them on videos and podcasts. Keep checking back at the store, lawabidingbiker.com/store. Shop around. Here's what we suggest. You'll never hear this from any of the big conglomerate stores. They're all politically correct. They're big organizations, and there's nothing wrong with them. Revzilla, JMP Cycles. We have access to all the stuff that they have. We just don't have it all listed in the store. Drag Specialties, Parts Unlimited, Western Power Sports. Get a hold of us over at the contact form. We will get it for you. You can use your Patron discount code if you're a Patron member. We've got the same prices, same fast shipping. You'll just have to tell us what you want with a part number or what you want. We'll help you. It's a bunch of bikers trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide. With that said, like I say, we've got a new product and Lurch wants to talk about it.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. First one is the Bobster glasses. These are riding glasses, guys. I've used them for years and found them to be of high quality. They've got foam around the inside of, not like soft foam, but foam material around the inside to keep the wind out of your eyes. And we brought them into the store because like I said, we've tested them. They work good. The price point's excellent on them. We've got some that are what's that word I'm trying to think of? Photochromatic.
Oh, yeah.
They'll change colors, they darken in the sun. We've got clear, we've got yellow. If you like wearing yellow at night, we got just the tint, just the sunglasses. And then we've got a version that has 4 different glasses in it. You can pop out the lenses and put the different tinted or clear or yellow or whatever you want in there. And they're even prescription ready, those ones. So if you have to put your prescription in there, you can do that. So check those out. Again, they're Bobster glasses, riding glasses, biker tested, biker approved. And also I wanted to mention Clockworks for the new fairing designs are finally starting to come in. Clockworks did kind of a sneaky thing, and they only released them through their store. They didn't release them to any of the distributors for a while. So you had to go right to Clockworks to get them. Well, now the distributors are starting to get them in. So we've got them for the Road Glide right now. Street Glide is coming soon. So keep checking the store for those. But once they're available, we'll have the Street Glide ones in stock as well.
Yeah, buddy. And we will be getting one. I originally, when I got my 24, I got it so early on that I couldn't. Clockworks didn't even have them designed yet. No. And so I ended up, Hardy sent me a free Harley OEM windshield. It's fine. And, but I've been waiting, so I will be putting a Clockworks from the Law Abiding Biker store on it. When we get it, we've already kind of got it picked out, and we'll be doing a video. We'll let you know, but keep checking back at the store. Also on the Bobster glasses, I just want to say, even if you ride like me with a full face helmet, oftentimes I always have a backup pair of glasses, and I use the Bobsters. I am going to use them around the house for trimming the lawn. I always wear safety glasses when we're changing tires off rims. Sometimes tire iron flies, and my regular glasses caught me the other day, and I'm going to start wearing these. They're just great safety glasses, shooting glasses, so you can use them for like everything, mowing the lawn, trimming, whatever you need in the shop, safety glasses. I also carry I'm going to carry that pair on my bike, which I was carrying just an old pair that I had. I don't remember what the brand, they're like 15 years old. But anyways, I really like these Bobsters. They're really good quality, and they're very affordable. They look great, and you got the different models. I'm going to throw a pair, replace my old junky ones and put these in my saddlebag. The reason I always carry one in my saddlebag, it's nice to have a backup pair of those glasses, and I run with a mirrored tint shield, and instead of always carrying my clear shield and having to change that out if I get into nighttime hours or my ride runs late, or I'm riding home in the dark all of a sudden, I can always put my mirrored, very dark, showy Neotech 3 shield up, and I can just throw those glasses on to get home during the night, so I can still see the road and my headlight and all that kind of stuff. So just a couple use case scenarios there, but yeah, we've got them in stock, ready to go to you guys, and I appreciate you talking about those Lurch. Want to ride longer? Tired of a sore and achy ass? Then fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. Head over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. All right, let's get into this thing, guys. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority of the big MM, also known as the
99%.
That's right. In charge of the motorcycle scene right here, more than any time in history. By being here, by listening, you're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
We have one question before we get started.
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
Preceding that is, what are you waiting for, bikeaholics?
Yeah. Sometimes you say that, sometimes you don't. You got to do your part, man.
Well, or you could just be on the fly and be able to adapt and overcome, since we've been doing this for 13 years.
You'd think, but no.
All right, guys. We got a good episode for you guys. Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
high-tech redneck.
All right, so we have got a lot going on in this episode. It is going to be a hodgepodge of things. And Lurch, do you know what a hodgepodge is?
It's a smattering of things. It's a
smattering. He's throwing smattering in there. Okay. Let's see. Let me do this.
I would say it's a mixture of unlike things of some kind.
Well, that's a good, not a bad definition. A hodgepodge refers to a mixture of jumble of different things.
Yeah, there you go.
That don't necessarily belong together or have any particular order. It's often used to describe a disorganized or eclectic assortment of items, ideas, and or elements. For example, if you have a random collection of objects like books, tools, toys, and kitchen utensils in one place, you might call it a hodgepodge. It can also apply to concepts such as conversations or plan that includes a variety of unrelated topics, such as this episode. All right. A smattering, since Lurch brought it up, refers to a small you were wrong on your use of smattering. So
okay.
I thought you were right. But let's just read it. A smattering refers to a small or superficial amount of knowledge, which is true for you. So it was right.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a slight amount of something. It's often used to describe a limited or incomplete understanding of a subject. This is actually spot on for you. It's like every podcast. For example, someone might have a smattering of French if they know a few basic words or phrases but aren't fluent. It can also refer to a small, scattered amount of objects or people, like a smattering of applause after a performance. So there you go. Now I know the proper definition of smattering too, but you sounded educated for a second.
You just got to
until somebody out there listening that's bullshit. Somebody who knows smattering. That is not what smattering means.
That's not a smattering.
That's not a smattering. All right. So guys, this episode, we're going to do a couple product reviews. Some really cool gear that I'm using. It's soft gear, I will say, which means it can be used on the bike, but it's also mostly for casual, and we'll explain what I'm using it for. I've been testing it for a while. And then we're going to get into a recent ride that Lurch and I did. We got him back. We really need to get him on his venture bike more. And so we have some fun stories. I know not everybody listening also rides adventure, but a lot of our audience does ride. I ride street, dirt, and adventure, and I like all the different disciplines. But it'll be fun. We'll tell a small story and probably have some fun and get off track while we're talking about that. But we'll start with the gear. But we got an email that we want to cover, and we love our emails.
I got mail.
And Lurch can go ahead and cover this.
I got mail. Yay.
Yeah, this email's from Steve Deneen. And he bought Wilbur's suspension recently, and he wanted to share his feedback. So him and I had been going back and forth. If you purchase Wilbur's in our store, we get a hold of you via email and get some information so that we can get your order process so that Wilbur's can build your suspension for you. So after we got him all set up, he responded with this. Okay, Matt, the suspension came in today, and I'm like a kid on Christmas. Yep, I tore into the bike. I put the rear shocks on and took for a test drive. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a great system. I'll have the fronts on later today, but I think they'll be as impressive as the rear. Thanks to you and your team, as well as your YouTube channel, for getting me over the edge and into buying the Wilbur suspension. It will save my back. Stay safe, brother Steve.
Thank you, Steve. It's a very custom experience. We will take care of you. We are moving Wilbur suspension. The stuff is like the feedback and the reviews and the videos I've done. Amazing suspension. You can check the YouTube channel if you're a new listener and type in Wilbur's, or for past podcast episodes. We've really went over it. I will tell you this too. Once you get it, you'll just be amazed. That's all I can say. Remember, guys, when you're shopping in the law-abiding biker store, things to remember is if you're a patron member, mid-level or above, you can use your discount code, which is 10% off any purchase anytime in the law-abiding biker store. Additionally, everybody that does not live in Washington State gets no tax. We don't have to do that. And so when you're talking about the price of Wilbur suspension, that is a huge savings. So if you not only use your patron discount, plus you're not paying taxes outside of Washington State, those are significant. And that's not just Wilbur's, that's store wide for you guys. So those are some things to consider taking advantage of. And we would love to get Wilbur's in your hand. Consider it early Christmas present, whatever, guys. I'm telling you, it's the bee's knees. And we all know how cool bee's knees are. There's nothing cooler than bee's knees. All right, so we want to announce a random new free video that came out some time ago on the channel, Lurch.
This one is called I Rode My Harley on this police motorcycle course in Oregon. And it's your 2023 Police Electra Glide. And cool video. And I got to tell you that I know that the audience likes watching these. I like watching them too. It's just fun to watch somebody that can really ride, put these big bikes, through those patterns. It's a lot of fun. So link will be in the show notes for this. If you haven't seen that, it's a good time. Check it out.
Yeah. Very cool, guys. And it's a FPV, first-person view, basically.
You feel like you're there.
In the cockpit.
You're the one riding.
Yeah, it was a course I did down in Oregon, competition and training course. So yeah, check that video out. All right, now we love our regular sponsors up front, but these folks are also a reason that we are still coming to you strong after 13 years. They're direct sponsors for the podcast. They're some of our newest patron members.
We'd like to thank Mark Womble of Clearfield, Utah, Stacy Paul of Kansas City, Missouri, and James Brandon of Dayton, Nevada. He is a top-tier member.
Yeah, and you didn't put my new thing in here for me. So become a member, guys. lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. So it used to be you pledge a certain amount per piece of content, but we aren't doing that anymore. Here in October 2024, we've moved to a regular, what you're used to, subscription base. So there's basic, mid-level, and tier. It's a monthly subscription fee now, guys. Regardless of how much content we put out, it's going to be the same every month. And so that's the structure now. It's just what you're used to, a one monthly fee. Doesn't matter how much stuff we put out. It's always going to be the same. You can head over to lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patron, and you can check out that. We're right in the midst of recording this podcast of that changing over. And regular patrons that are already patrons, it doesn't affect you. It's all going to just transition over. So don't worry about that. But that is our new. There are a plethora of benefits for getting signed up as a patron member. And there's t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group. You get, which is a troll-free zone, nothing but bikers helping bikers, podcast early, live video broadcasts and chat access, premium videos, and access to all our ride meetup and events, guys. And we would love to have you as a patron member. We want to get to know you better. We want to get you in the private Facebook group. There's just so many bikers that you can connect with in that Facebook group, and rides that are being planned all over. And it's just an awesome community. I dare say the best and safest biker community in the world. There's no trolls in there. Just people that really genuinely love this sport and love connecting with bikers and helping other bikers. All right, moving on into our main topic we'll just start with our. So I've been trying to source. I've been using these for quite a while. Some soft gear, basically. I'm always trying to source new gear, and we're adding it to the store. But this is it's called the Alpinestars Convex Tech Fleece sweatshirt. All right. And I think we pulled up something the other day, Lurch. Do you want to pull it up to what Tech Fleece, and we can explain that? We did a video on it. It's on the YouTube channel. So if you want to see this thing, it was just a live video that we popped spur of the moment. We're down at the Law Abiding Biker store facility in one of the main shopping rooms. If you come through town, 3302 Main Street, Union Gap, Washington, 98903 is where our store is. And there is a big display room. And then, of course, we've got a ton of stuff in the back too. But these are out front. And so we just did a quick video. And this is I will say not all sweatshirts are created equal. You will note I'm wearing it right now at the time of this podcast, actually sitting here at the mic.
Mine's right over there.
Yeah, you wore it today. Yeah, so Lurch has been wearing his. We got a bunch in stock. They're really at a good price. And they're discounted big time. You'll see when you go over to the store. Lurch will put the link to the shirts in the show notes for you, so you can click through. Again, Alpinestars Convex Tech Fleece. So this is a very high quality sweatshirt. It's like none ever. The regular hoodies that you get, we all wear them. But after 10 washes, they're just kind of done, and they shrink here and there. And anyways, this is like none other. When you get it in your hands, you will realize. Now, before we talk about the tech in this and kind of what it's about. So I got this sweatshirt. I wanted something for those cool mornings. And and I wanted something, this looks like really good. Like you can wear it unless somebody knows what Alpinestars is, which they make gear for all. You're seeing Alpinestars stuff in regular department stores and stuff, not even motorcycle stores. I found it all over. And so this thing is a great motorcycle sweatshirt, but it's also just, I love it for being off the bike, or like me and Lurch have been wearing them on these cool mornings. And the nice thing is you could also use it as a mid layer on your bike if you're wearing, a heavier jacket over it, or even if you're, we've still got our Alpinestars TSPX Super Air jackets for sale, guys. And we've sold a lot of those. Get over to the store and check those out. There's a video on the product listing, like all our products. In fact, I didn't put the video on these. I need to put the lives on these. Lurch, can you make a side note in between podcasts? I need to embed the live video I did on this along with the Treq. But where was I going with that video? Oh, and so with the Super Air jacket that we're selling in the store, your 60-degree morning, I showed in that video, we have another base layer that's really good, but this one has a hood if you wanted a hood with it, or when you get off the bike, if you're going into somewhere, I'll say nice, but like mid-level nice, you're not going to a corporate meeting in this, but you'll walk into an appointment or anybody else and they're like, this is a really solid sweatshirt. It fits true to size. We'll talk about that a little bit. So yeah, mid-layer or just very, very nice off the bike, walking around, you'll look sharp. I had something else I was going to say about that. I will say this is not, again, I'm calling it soft gear because it is not a protective in any way. No, shoulder pads, no elbow pads. It's not CE rated. This is literally a nice freaking looking sweatshirt. So why don't you go through some of the tech on it? And I've been talking a lot. Why don't you just you've been wearing it and describe your experience with it. And then why don't you start going through? I'm just going to let you talk about all the tech and features on this. We'll listen to you for a while.
Talking about what Tech Fleece is in particular, here's what the interwebs have to say about it. It seems that it was created by Nike back in about 2013, but it is a innovative thermal construction that merges jersey with a synthetic spacer, trapping body heat and creating a weightless warmth. So there's two parts to it. There's two layers, if you will. There's the outer layer and then the inner layer. The outer layer is nice and smooth. It's not like your typical sweatshirt, especially the cotton ones that still, kind of get the little balls on them, after a while. This stays nice and smooth. It's comfortable. And on the inside, it's got a more of a typical fleece type. It's not fuzzy by any means, but it's a little bit different. It's nice and soft. So it's very stretchy. It's very comfortable, very smooth. It's definitely not your typical sweatshirt. And some of the features, it's got pockets, hand warmer pockets on both sides. It's got a chest pocket, which I think is quite stylish. It's got an outline of I'm talking about yours in particular. You're wearing the gray hoodie, and it's got a black outline of the pocket, and it's got the Alpinestars logo right there. But it's a chest pocket. You can put whatever you want in it. You can put your pack of smokes, or you can put your cell phone in there. You have a iPhone 16 Max or something like
16
that, right?
Pro Max.
16 Pro Max. So it's a large phone, and it'll fit in there.
Yep.
It's got a hoodie on it. The hoodie is lined with a mesh material, which helps the hood move around on your head, without creating a lot of friction, if you will. And it also gives you a little bit of spacing and cooling. So if you're getting hot and sweaty,
and it's cold out, it's wicking the right.
It'll help wick that sweat away from you. One of the things that I really like about it, your typical sweatshirt has drawstrings, and this does too, but it's different. These have more like an elastic pull string that doesn't hang out away from the jacket. It's when you're not using it, it's tucked in, and you've got little clasps that you can draw the string and then clasp it down, and so it holds down on there. So you don't have these things whipping around, drawstrings whipping around. So if you were riding with it on, you wouldn't have to worry about the strings flapping around your face, smacking your neck and whatever else. What else? I think that's about it. Oh, well,
they're the little I want to explain that, but I was trying. There's a name for them. We never looked it up. Anyways, you see them in hiking a lot. They're kind of like the bungee cinch straps, like a stuff sack that you would stuff a sleeping bag in, and then you pull the bungee down, and you have the little clasp that you can push and move and lock. I know there's a name for those.
Bungee string lock.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there is I just can't remember. It doesn't matter. You guys get it. That's a visual. Lurch, let's continue on with this sweatshirt. So some things he didn't mention. Yes, this is a zip up front sweatshirt. It's not a pullover. So very high quality zipper going up the front. It's got
one thing I want to mention about the zipper. Alpinestars originated in Italy, if I remember right. So they have a lot of European influence. So the zippers are on the left side, not the right side. And no, they're not women's sweatshirts.
Right.
We've had people that didn't read the listing or watch your review.
Oh, interesting.
Did I get a woman's jacket? My zipper's on the left. Because traditionally, U.S. manufacturers do that. They put zippers on the left.
I did not know that about female. I had no clue.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
well, you do dress in women's clothing when you identify.
I had to look it up after somebody said it was a women's jacket because it had the zipper on the left.
Yeah.
So just if you get one and zippers on the left, it's not a mistake.
That's all their gear.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not that big a deal to me. Yeah. So good call. So zipper up the front. And he talked about, the seams on it are just amazing. You guys just you need a visual on this thing, and the visual will be like, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's a high quality sweatshirt. This thing is going to last you a long time. Lurch didn't talk about any of the, what it's made of. He did talk about it's stretchy. But the reason it's stretchy is it's 79% polyester, 50% rayon, 6% spandex. And so it gives it that, really stretchy, like Lurch said, smooth feeling kind of, it's very athletic.
Yeah. It doesn't bunch up when you move around. It's it moves very well on you.
Yeah. And, they did a really good job with not overdoing it on the logo. There's nothing on the back. It's got a little Alpinestars on the right breast by that pocket. It says Alpinestars over the left breast. Very small, subdued. This isn't like screen printed stuff. It's actually letters the logo and stuff, they protrude from the fabric. So they're like stuck on. It's not a screen printed thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's like a rubbery material, which just makes it look high quality instead of just a screen printed thing. And it's got little elastic things around the cuffs. Lurch talked about Tech Fleece and 2 layers. So this sweatshirt has 2 panels, and there's space, in between. So it's got the inside panel, which is mesh, and then it's got not mesh but fleece, Tech Fleece, and then it's got a back panel, the outside of the sweatshirt, if that makes sense. So it's not just a single panel sweatshirt, which all helps for the athletic feel, the cooling of it, and all that. And we've got them in black or gray in stock, sizes small to 2XL. Do you want to talk about sizing? Because you were telling me you tried it and it's true to fit. Same for me.
Yeah, they're right on. This is casual wear. It's not riding gear. Some of the Alpinestars riding gear, the more street inspired stuff, can be more of a European fit. And so you have to size up. You follow their chart and it'll fit, but you got to size up from what you normally wear. I'm right in between an XL and a 2XL, and I could go either way. I decided to go with the 2XL, just a little roomier for me, but that's typical. So it fit me like normal sweatshirts do.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Always use the fitment guide for Alpinestars stuff, guys, is spot on. So like he says, you can size up, size down, but what I would do, which is true, but just if you go to the sizing chart, it's on the website, on the product listing. It's very specific on how to measure yourself. And if you follow that chart, it will fit you. They're very good about that. And we've got the sizing chart and how to measure if you're worried about that. But like Lurch said, I'm a large. I got a large. I'm a large in every sweatshirt I think I've ever bought, and I'm a large in this. And so, yeah, and it's a sweatshirt. It doesn't have to be custom fit. It's definitely, if you want it looser or you want to put other stuff underneath it, well, then get a bigger one. But if you're just going to wear it as a normal sweatshirt, I agree with Lurch. It is very true to my regular sizes. So I think that's all. Definitely, again, use your Patron discount code. You're getting we have it slashed right now. We are definitely want to move these things. We want to get it in your hand. And then outside Washington State, remember, no tax. All right, moving on to our next item, which I've been using the heck out of. I've been doing a lot of single track riding on my Husqvarna TE300 two-stroke, and me and Oscar have been ripping up the single track and doing a lot of riding this year doing that. And so also obviously been riding the heck out of my Harley. It's been cool as we're getting into fall, which is why I started sourcing some of these things and testing some things. And remember, if you see any other Alpinestars stuff around online from any of the big boys, we can get you the same thing. Just give us the name and we'll order it and get it shipped to you just as fast. And you'll be supporting a bootstrap company of bikers, helping as many bikers as we can worldwide. We just don't have all the staff to list all these things as fast. So this is the Alpinestars Treq. You need to fix that too, Lurch. Make a side note. You see how it's twice? We both reviewed this and we didn't get it. It says twice on the sweatshirt too.
That's weird.
Yeah. So make a note, can you? And we will fix that when I'm embedding the video.
I'm actually in it right now.
We named it twice. Interesting. Oh no, the sweatshirt's fine.
Yeah, sweatshirt.
But the black one isn't.
Yeah, that's weird.
The black one didn't get. So
it's just the windbreaker.
Yeah. And it's the windbreaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I blame that on you.
Yeah, since you reviewed it and signed off on it. Good job. We both failed. Anyways, this is the Alpinestars Treq Treq jacket windbreaker men's. So I've been using this. I really love the look of this thing. And I love the feel of it. It's a traditional windbreaker. It's got a really good look. I've been using it on those cool mornings, when we're getting ready up in the mountains, getting the dirt bikes out and, getting geared up, warming them up on the way there. I also, if you're going to do some, obviously, this thing would tear if I actually went down on rocks and stuff. So I don't actually wear it when I'm riding most of the time. We were setting up a race course on the dirt bikes a couple weekends ago, and setting up a race course for a bunch of racers, and we had to ride around. I wasn't really pushing at all. We're just riding around, setting tape and stakes, and it was really good for that. It's a great mid layer. You could certainly throw it under that Alpinestars Super Air TSP jacket, X jacket, or any other jacket. I will note that I stood in the rain for 30 minutes one of the race days, and I didn't get wet. It was moderate rain. It is not rated as waterproof, but it definitely will repel, and all the water was beating up on it. I just kept shaking and wiping the water off, and it wiped right off. At some point, it will soak through and get wet, but just know it does have some light protection there, tried and tested right here by me. And so this jacket is, like I say, very high quality, zip up the front, 2 hand warmer pockets. The cuffs have a little bit of elastic. The hood, the whole inside and the hood has a mesh liner, because obviously I did start getting warm one morning when I was riding around setting up courses, and this worked really great. I just zipped it down a little bit and it got a lot of good airflow, even with it still on, even with the hood on. And it just wicked my moisture away really well. Very good on the logos. Branding on the left arm is just the Alpinestars raised a little bit, and the words. And then on the left breast is just the little tiny Alpinestar logo. Lightweight mesh, to keep the wind. Obviously, to keep the wind, it really, really blocks the wind. That little breeze well in the mornings. I'm loving this thing. And lightweight, I'm just reading through the stuff here. Fixed hood, draw cords. It does have 2 draw cords, typical of a hood, so you can tighten that bad boy up a little bit. Hand pockets, bungee adjusters at the hem. We found this too. We didn't know. Remember, we looked at the jacket. It's actually got waist bungee. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know, but it's got at the waist on the rear. It's got bungee adjusters, so you can suck that waist in and really keep that wind out, especially if you were riding in it or something like that. And I will say this is not a protective jacket. Also, this is for a mid layer, or man, you'll look sharp in this off the jacket, zip down just a little bit. You could walk in anywhere. It fits very well. Also very true to size. I wear a large. I got a large. The size chart is on the website. After the podcast, we'll be embedding that same video on here, so you can watch that.
It's already there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You already did. I just didn't refresh. Okay.
Refresh.
Look at you. On both of them?
Yeah, on all of them. Yeah.
Oh, nice, bro. Awesome. So the video is already there. Look at that. Lurch is on top of it. Live. It's done. He embedded it right there. And of course, you could always go to the YouTube channel and search for it. It's on the website and stuff, but that just makes it easy. We like to embed all those on our listing, so it's right there for you. In the show notes, we will have a link to the jacket and the sweatshirt coming in a bunch of different colors. Sizes, again, small through 2XL. We're not doing that on purpose. That's what they make their stuff. So that's as big as it goes and as small as it goes. And we do have two versions. One's a men's, one's a women. The women's, we only have two colors, right? Yeah, women's is, they're only making two colors, not us, but Alpinestars. And we've got, just one color.
Just black.
Just black.
And interestingly enough, the black in the women's is doesn't have the yellow liner. It's all black inside, black outside.
Right, because it also has a white logo instead of a high vis logo. The one I've got, guys, is it's high vis. So high vis accents, I should say.
Right.
So the ones for men's is with the one I got, which is black with a high vis zipper and high vis liner, and the logos are in high vis. And then we've got a camo, which is pretty cool looking. Again, you get this, guys. It's not just, you can use it for motorcycling. That's what it's for, obviously, but you can use it for anything. Hunting, out bird hunting, or a cool morning when you're up scouting deer or elk. You can wear this thing, in the yard, heading out to dinner it's a really good looking jacket, and nobody, unless they know Alpinestars, would know that it's, technically, I say it's for motorcycle, it's for anything. Honestly, it's a windbreaker, but certainly suited good for the motorcycle. Then we've got, black, we've got camo, we've got red, and then we've got red with black zipper and black logo. And then we've got blue with black zipper, black logos, black liner. So mine's the only one. The black is the only one with high vis liner. I just like the looks of it. I just saw Oscar pick one up at the store, and he's wearing this blue one with the black liner.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the camo. Camo one.
Yeah. You don't have one. You need to get yourself one ordered up, bro, so you can start walking around in that. Yeah. Camo would be good. That would be great for, hunting and, if you're doing, modern.
Dude, camo's cool. You can wear it anytime.
You can. Yeah. It is. It is. That would work for a lot of things. So anyways, that's the Alpinestars Treq Jacket Windbreaker, a men's version and a women's version. He'll put links in the show notes to both. If you ever wonder how to get show notes, it's lawabidingbiker.com/ and whatever episode number it is, take you right to the website or whatever podcast app you're using. The links, however you get to those show notes, Apple Podcasts, it's underneath, and the links are there for you to hit. All right. Very good. We're going to dive in here and talk a little bit about a day ride that we did.
I survived, everybody. Obviously, I'm here. I survived.
He's here. So we're going to do this real quick, and then we will get right into that.
Hey, bikeaholics searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for the Harley-Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. 3D's got your back with chrome, black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding. 3D has a design team with over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@03d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check at your local Harley and Honda dealerships and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of 3D products.
All right, so Lurch, for whatever reason, he had a busy year and busy summer. We weren't able to get him out on his KLR 650. I've also got a KLR 650 along with, obviously, the Husqvarna dirt bike. Two different bikes for two different things. So we did hit Lurch up, and we had put it off a couple weeks just because of some stuff that came up, but finally got him out on a beautiful day here going into fall several weeks ago. And If you don't remember, Lurch's KLR is a 22.
That's correct.
Okay, 22 KLR 650. Mine's an 18 KLR 650. And I know there's some crossover listeners. I know we don't do a ton of adventure in dirt, but we do like to cover it because, we love everything about motorcycles and the sport. And I know there's a lot of you out there that ride Harleys and also ride dirt and or adventure and or both like me. But we just love it. And Oscar does the same. BDK, of course, Big Daddy, he's got an adventure bike, and Goat just got an adventure bike not too long ago. So they're just, one doesn't replace the other. They're both so unique and, great and inspiring in their own way. So I just say, the more the merrier, the more type of motorcycles you can ride and get out in the mountains too. And, all those roads you pass on your Harleys that you're like, that's a cool road I'd like to go up. Well, you get an adventure bike, you can do that. But then sometimes I just, love being just on the street and carving corners and just my good old relaxing Harley Davidson touring. It's just such a peaceful experience. So completely up to you, on, what you want to experience. And I know it comes down to money too. So I get that. Anyways, we got out on the bikes and, I will say, Lurch, jump in any time.
First of all,
because this is going to be a lot on you. So
I'd like to mention that Louis just floated an air biscuit over here.
Perfect.
And he stinks.
Thank you for doing that by Lurch. I appreciate it. I've got him trained well. He does it right, so it just trickles up right into your nostrils.
Yeah, pretry much.
Those are actual poop particles.
Oh, I know.
That you're smelling. They're microscopic particles that are sticking to your nose hairs.
Yep, I know. I'm aware of it.
All right. So this is on you. So whatever you're working on, you're going to have to start talking about this day.
Yep, absolutely. So, yeah, one thing that Oscar used to say a lot, he goes, I love riding my adventure bike or my dirt bike because I really appreciate my Harley after riding one of those. I've been a street rider for a long time, but never was a dirt rider. I mean, other than four-wheelers and stuff like that. But as far as a motorcycle, I didn't grow up with a dirt bike, didn't have an adventure bike. This was my first dirt bike that'll work on dirt. And it can be a little bit unnerving when you first get one because with a street bike, you're planted to the pavement really well. You can turn a corner, you grab and you got great traction. On dirt and gravel, you don't. And so you got to get used to the front tire moving around a little bit on you, the back tire moving around. And so the more I do it, the better I get. But if you get one, I'm just bringing this up that if we've inspired you to get an adventure bike or something and the first couple of rides scare the living shit out of you, that's okay. That's normal. you will get better as you go along. We unfortunately didn't. It's just been a busy summer, a lot going on, and we hadn't got out yet. So I hate it when the boss makes me take a day and go riding motorcycles. It's really, really tough job. So you got on. We finally made it happen. We're pretty lucky here where we live in the greater Yakima area. There's mountains all around us, and a lot of opportunities to ride just out our back doors. I can be up in the hills 20 minutes west of my house. Same with you here. You can be in the mountains in about 20 minutes. So this day we rode it's called Durr Road, D-U-R-R, not dirt. I've said that before and people thought I said dirt road. Durr. And it runs between the Weenass area, Sela area, and then up over to Ellensburg, Washington. And this is part of the Backroad Discovery Route, the BDR. There's, I think there's 5 or 6. Let me see here how many sections there are. I think there's like 5 or 6 in Washington, 6 of them. And so this is section 2, part of section 2. Section 2 starts at Packwood and then goes to Ellensburg. So we're riding essentially the tail end of that trip. And the first time you took me out on my KLR, it was brand new. I ordered my crash guards from Engine Guards and all that kind of stuff from Happy Trails, their company. And we sell in the Law Abiding Biker store. If you're looking for crash protection for your KLR, we are a distributor for Happy Trails.
Or any other bike.
Or any other bike.
We can get it for you.
Get a hold of us and we can see what we can get for you. But they're handmade in Idaho. They design them. They do all the bending and the welding and the powder coating. So it was, I bought it when that 22 was fairly new. and they changed up the body design, not the body work, not the frame so much, but a lot of the body work. And so they had to come up with a new design for the crash protection. And I didn't have anything on it. And you said, hey, we're just going to go out. It's a little easy gravel road. It's just a little gravel road between here and Ellensburg. I'm like, oh, all right. It's not.
That's
just
how
a gravel
I recollect
road. That's how you remember it. But I remember, and it's been years. I used to screw around up there a lot when I was younger. So in my teen years, I remember going over that in a pickup, and I remember it being a little bit rough.
Yeah.
But you assured me, no, it's just a gravel road. And so I was going slow, but I put it down like 3 times that day.
I will say after
no crash protection.
After going on it, I had ridden obviously a lot more, and on an adventure bike, and really pushed the limits of an adventure bike. And so that was my recollection. Once I got you on it, the first time, I realized, oops, I guess for a beginner, this is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
In fact, this section of the BDR, to give Lurch street cred here, it is labeled as expert section of the BDR. And in fact, the areas we've taken twice now there's a pussy route around it.
Yeah, you can go out and around out to the Weenass Lake and over Ellensburg Pass.
And they tell you that on there, the easy route.
Yeah. And that's just gravel road.
Yeah. So props to Lurch, because this is the expert section per the BDR. So,
yeah, it's got a lot of ruts in it. It's got a lot of rocks.
Rock fields, basically, that you're going up on the road. There's no dirt. It's layered rocks and large rocks.
Yeah, there's rocks along the whole damn thing in sections, just round rocks and all of that you have to go around. But this one particular section, we got to the bottom of it the first time, and I look at that thing, I go, oh, hell no, because it is a steep hill, and what the Department of Natural Resources has done is they've dropped shale rock on that hillside, and it's pretty deep to keep it from getting torn up.
And washing down, yeah.
It's not that bad if you're in a truck, you just drive right up the thing. It's not that bad. The ruts, there are ruts in that hill. They're not horrible because of the rock. But it's difficult on a bike if you're not a good rider.
Yep.
And so the first time we did it, you said, give it hell and don't stop. And I did.
Yeah. Try to keep your speed up. If you try to go too slow, same on a dirt bike. There's a fine line. Same. I've been riding a lot of single track and rock, outcroppings and doing a lot of gnarly stuff. And that's what you find is there's a fine line. If you go too slow, it actually makes it more difficult. So you got to keep a certain amount of speed, but that's just time and experience. Yeah. So I think you were so scared the first time you just fucking throttled. I told you, I go, dude, throttle and don't let off. Yeah. Don't lose any momentum because you're going to bog down and kill it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so one thing they did on the KLRs from the 18, which they didn't make it for 19 and 20 and 21. So in 22, when it came out, one of the things they did do was kind of spread out the gears a little bit. So mine, I find myself when I'm climbing hills like that, first gear is like a little low, or if I'm in first gear, I'm running it pretty high RPM. If I switch to second, it's bogs. I need like 1.5.
Yeah.
So we've talked about retoothing or putting a different sprocket on mine, so that changes that a little bit. But yeah, the first time I just gave her hell and went up it. The second time, I think maybe I was just getting a little cocky. This trip that we're talking about. I put it down once, and I can't remember why the hell I did that. I think I just slowed down too much and then lost my balance and it tipped over. And that wasn't that big a deal because it wasn't on the super steep part of it yet. And of course it's laying on side on a hill. You had to come up and you help me. You wanted me to go in front of you in case I did go down. You could help me out. So you were able to help me get it out. The second time, I was almost to the top of this damn thing. You could see the top and the smile starts coming across your face. I waited
too. I had a smile at the bottom. I was waiting, watching you, dude.
I was doing pretty good, but the problem is I was running the left track, which was the best track, but I hit a rock or something and it kind of moved me to the right, and I was not able to keep it in the left track. It pushed me over into the right track, and that was a gnarly one. And I knew if I tried to turn back and cut across, I was probably going to eat shit. So I'm already at an angle cutting across the 2-track. Went from the left to the right, and I just went up what I thought was a kind of a small berm because I was just going to ride it out and get into. I would have been off the road, but it was pretty smooth out there. I mean, it was flat. I think I could have got over there and just kept climbing.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
That's what I tried to do.
It looked like he's just going to go off and it's fine. And he'll be off the road and onto the side and he'll be fine. He'll get her back on.
Yeah. And I had done that earlier in the trip and that worked out for me. And so I was kind of doing what I thought I knew. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not going to be able to get it back to the left. I'll just get out into the flat there and then take it up the rest of the hill because it wasn't that far. But when I got bumped to the right, I kind of lost my balance and leaned back too far on the bike. And so when I hit that berm to kind of jump up onto the side of the road there, I whiskey throttled the thing.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And I did. And
that's what happens when you get back on the bike.
Yeah.
That's a common thing.
Yeah.
Now your arms are all the way out.
Yep.
You have no crease in your arms,
yep.
and then you're off the back of the bike and your hand goes with it and the
yep.
throttle goes.
Yep. Yeah. So I was leaning back, I'm standing up, got my feet on the pegs, get kind of out of shape. Like I said, arms fully extended. So when I hit that berm, it jumped up and I fell back and then I whiskey throttled it and it just brought the bike out from underneath me. And,
it was glorious.
Yeah, it seemed like it was slow motion.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was quick. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to crash.
Yep.
Do a barrel roll.
Exactly. Going on my right side.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're wearing protective gear, guys, when we ride, jackets with shoulder pad. I wear a lot more aggressive stuff on the dirt bike just because you're doing, way gnarlier stuff. But we wear suitable gear for adventure and the type of riding we're doing. Knee pads, hip pads, stuff like that, guys. It's a lot of it's built into our gear. So when you do go down like that, and you're not talking high speed here.
No.
These are technical things. And sometimes I'll tell you this. I know I tease Lurch a lot, so I'm going to give him props here, but proud of him for going back to this area. He hasn't ridden all year and being willing to push it. And I tell guys this, if you're going to ride adventure and you're going to progress and you want to do cooler stuff like this and see cooler areas, you're going to have to, it's like street bikes. You're going to drop it when you're doing technical courses and technical riding. It's the only way you can learn. And if you're afraid to do that, then you're never going to progress and you're going to be stuck on well-maintained Forest Service gravel roads. Now, I'm not putting you down if that's what you do, please. Just the fact that you're out on an adventure bike in the mountains, that each person to their own. But you can ride a lot of Forest Service gravel. There's really nothing technical about that. Just areas you wouldn't want to necessarily take your Harley on. But if you do want to progress, like Lurch is definitely progressing, and I took him out. We rode a lot last year, and we're going to definitely do better this year if we have some weather, and definitely next year, spring, we're going to start doing a lot more rides, adventure and street, of course. But so props to Lurch for doing that. And I think that he learned on that hill some valuable things and techniques. And that's a pretty common thing. If you get back on your bike too far, you got to be up over the handlebars. And especially if you're going to have to throttle it, that way it'll push you back a little bit. But yeah, we've all done it. I've done it on dirt bikes and adventure bikes where you get back, your arms extend, and then it wheelies out on you. And you whiskey throttle a little bit, and you let go, and your bike goes on its side, and you do a barrel roll, and you get back up, dust yourself off, and you're on your way. So it was a glorious wreck. It looked all good. And you were on your back for a minute, like a turtle.
I started to get up.
I saw your legs go up, and I'm like, oh.
Because I was about to hop up, and I thought, just take a second and do a little.
That's what worried me.
No.
I was like, that didn't look that bad. There's no way he got hurt. But then I thought,
natural reactions to hop up right away. I'm fine. But then I thought, I'm 50 years old. Let me make sure nothing's broken, Right. So I just kind of did a little bit of, making sure everything was fine and moving, and it was. And then, so I got up. Yeah, I was originally going to hop up, and I thought, no, just take it slow, old man.
Yep.
Make sure that everything's still working. The only thing that hurt was, I don't know how I did it or what I hit it on. I may have hit it on something on the bike, actually, thinking about it, but my wrist, bottom side of my wrist, impacted something, whether it was coming off the bike or when I hit the ground. I had a pretty good little bruise on my wrist underneath my palm, but that was it.
Yep.
And I fell in rocks, so that's just shows the importance of good gear and having protective gear on. And because I'd landed in a rock field, and I was fine.
Yep. No, very true. And
put some more character on the bike. Put a few more scratches in the old crash bars and tweak the handlebar a little bit. But
that's right.
Yeah. I just took a rubber mallet to it and pounded it back into.
It's a beautiful thing about a KLR and dirt bikes. We do the same. Just bend shit back.
I couldn't feel any difference. Bars did not feel bent.
Yeah.
But when we were looking at my Pro Taper pad going across the crossbar, it had a weird bend in it. And I said, crease. And I said, I think I bent my bars. You're like, no way. And I took that Pro Taper pad off there, and sure as shit, there was a bend in that crossbar between the handlebars, but I just bent it back into place. It's fine. Yep. Like new. And
guys, you better believe we are using the Biker Gripper cell phone motorcycle mount with our maps up there. I use it on my dirt bike, my Husqvarna. I'm doing gnarly stuff. My bike's actually been back over on its back and side. Dude, these phone holders are freaking amazing once I started using them for adventure and dirt because they have some give. Your phone stays in there. We've crashed so many bikes, and that thing is solid. The Biker Gripper right in the law-abiding biker store. That's all I'm going to say about it because that was the case. Let's do this real quick, and then we got a few more things to talk about here.
Ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already. Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin hospital-grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials, and it's unlike gel pads that'll leak if punctured. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easily cleans, and helps dampen those dang vibrations.
Oh, vibrations on my ass.
With plenty of miles to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head on over to the Law-Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions.
He smiled. I do have a butt buffer on my KLR, guys.
I do too.
And we got the smaller butt buffer for like a pillion pad on a Harley, but it fits perfect on adventure bikes because we ride those longer and your butt gets sore and those seats are horrid. So yeah, check out the butt buffer. So yeah, from there, guys, we got Lurch over that. We went down, I'll just say, going down some gnarly stuff. And I watched Lurch. I would stop and watch him go through some of that, and he did really good, working his way through, dropped it a few times. That's pretty normal on an adventure bike, guys. They're not really high speed crashes there, unless you're really an expert and you're pushing, and they can be high speed. Obviously I go high speed sometimes, but most of the time, especially when you're learning, it's all tip over stuff, lose your footing, lose the front wheel, wash out, kind of stuff. And you just kind of roll with it. Or sometimes you just drop the bike and you bail off, and pretty normal. So Lurch did that, but he really work through a lot of technical stuff, and he'll get faster at it over time. He's learning downhill stuff, learning proper rear braking, assisted by front, and how to move your body back when you're braking, and then move forward when you're throttling, so that the bike's not thrown around you. Basically, same on a dirt bike, you really have to work on it. You pump forward over the bars before you throttle it. Because that way you don't get back and you stay ahead of the bike's momentum. And same, you learn to transition when you're going to start slamming on the rear brake or something, or going down a steep hill. You learn how to shift your weight back quickly to get your weight over that rear tire so you don't go over the bars. And that's a back and forth thing that you learn. And Lurch is starting to work on that, and work on that downhill braking and controlled type stuff. And same with downhill or those technical. If you try to go too slow, I get it when you're first starting. That's definitely what we all do, but it's actually counterproductive. Within reason, when I go faster on my dirt bike downhill, or, again, this is all within reason. This is just time, and you learn. It can actually be helpful because your front wheel isn't like in every little divot and moving as you're going slow. It just kind of glides over the stuff. But Lurch is working on that, and I was definitely seeing progress, and I can't wait to get him out more often. On the KLR, and I want to get out on the KLR. I've been on the dirt bike a lot, street a lot, but the KLR has only been out a few times. Took it to Tour Tech early on, Adventure Rally this year, and then we got out. I've been out on a few times, short rides around just to get it out. But anyways, yeah, it was a great day. And anything else you want to wrap up on that? Otherwise, we're going to take it out. We're going to skip the other thing.
Okay.
We'll just take it out of here. It wasn't important You have anything to wrap up on the adventure ride for the day, or you had fun? You had a smile.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
you thanked me afterwards that I forced you. On a work day to ride instead of work. Yeah, I know.
Because I'm still learning, and I knew where we were going, and so there's always some apprehension there. Because I knew I was going to crash at some point. Tip it over, drop it, whatever. And so I'm just not as comfortable on that bike as I am my street bike, and so there's a little bit of apprehension leading up to doing it. But once I get out there and do it, it's fun. So if you've ever thought about getting one, please do. The KLR in particular is a good bike to start with. They're not terribly expensive. There's not a whole lot of tech on them. They have enough power to get you where you want to go, but they're not crazy.
It's hard to whiskey throttle it. That's the thing, because the only reason he whiskey throttles is because his weight was all the way back and he lost control. But it's hard.
Yeah,
you can floor it and it won't wheelie almost.
A dirt bike with a lot more power, like your TE 300, I would have launched that next year.
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
So, it's a very tame bike to learn on. But if you ever thought about it, do it.
Yeah, well said. With that, we're going to take it out here, guys. Now, we want you as a patron member. We want to get you know you better. We want to get you benefits. We want you in the private Facebook group. But hey, for whatever reason, you don't want membership and benefits, but you do want to support us, and you want to do that through a flat donation. We never balk at a flat donation.
We would like to thank the following for donating. Louis Featheroff. Does that sound right? Mm-hmm. Featheroff? Okay. Yeah. Douglas Emerson and Peter Hondo.
lawabidingbiker.com/donate. Again, lawabidingbiker.com/donate. Or go to the homepage, lawabidingbiker.com. There's a big donate button on that page. You can leave a flat donation, and we certainly appreciate it. It helps put a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank,
so we can keep this thing running on down the road.
And some of those donations, we'd like to say also, we appreciate you shopping in the store, but I'm so humbled by this. So people shop in our store, and then there's the ability to leave a tip. And people are leaving tips, and that's a lot of these donations on top of their order. And I don't know how to tell you thank you enough for that, and how humbled we are. We are, again, just bikers behind the scenes here. When you contact us on the store or our website, we're just trying to help bikers, guys. And we're not just, some third-party service phone agents, that you're getting help from. You're talking to guys that live, eat, and breathe adventure, dirt, street. And we love the biker community, and we love trying to help where we can. We'll get you guided in the right direction. Oscar's a wealth of knowledge over in the store. He's answering a lot of questions. Lurch, I try to do what I can in between all my other duties. But there you go. And the best way to get a hold of us, if you have a question about a product or anything like that, if it's store related or product related, or you need help with Wilbur suspension or whatever it is, it's over at the Law Abiding Biker store. There's a contact button at the top. Get a hold of that. We do have the store phone number and podcast hotline if you want to drop us a question for the podcast or anything like that. It's 509-273-1290. That's 509-273-1290. Understand that's not a manned phone. That is a message phone. And if you're asking a store question, it's going to be a while before somebody can get back to you. So the quickest way, because Lurch can answer from a coffee shop or from his home, and same with Oscar on computers, but it's hard to sit down and make a phone call. So use it if you definitely need to talk to somebody. Just understand it'll be a minute before we can get back to you. But you can always use that contact. Again, if you just want to leave us a message, something funny, something you want on the podcast, a question you want us to discuss on the podcast, 509-273-1290. It's a dual purpose phone number. Also, you can go to lawabidingbiker.com/contact or the main website, lawabidingbiker.com, and there's a contact form there. You can certainly drop us a line there. You can also leave a voicemail right there from your microphone computer, your computer microphone, I should say, or your cell phone microphone, anything like that. It's very easy. It's just a voicemail button, and certainly you can get a message to us that way too. We appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate you being here. We hope you're well. We definitely hope you're out there getting some riding in, guys.